former Defensive Player of the Year award winner. He is being traded to the Utah Jazz for a package that includes Walter Clayton Jr., the former collegiate star at Florida.
Basically 3 7-footer front line with Jaren Jackson, Lowry Markkanen, Walker Kessler, and I suspect they will still be tanking to make sure they get the draft pick. They have the draft pick, and that is going to be the foundation of their rebuild.
February 3rd, 2026, 3:40 p.m. The exact moment the Memphis Grizzlies died. Breaking news, the Memphis Grizzlies are trading star forward Jaren Jackson Jr. to the Utah Jazz.
My favorite thing on paper to look at is Keontae George and Jaren Jackson together. You know, guys, I'm a fan of at the end of the game.
For 8 years, they promised us a dynasty. For 8 years, they told us Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. were the next Kobe and Shaq, the next Thunder, the next Warriors.
So 15 on the shot clock. Jaren, a 3, hits through. The Grizzlies have the first lead of the game. Two guys that play.
Party attacks the basket.
Jaren, yes, and the foul.
Type shots in Utah. Got great shots that just wouldn't go down.
But with one tweet, one single notification, that dream didn't just die, it was executed. Memphis didn't just trade their Defensive Player of the Year, they didn't just give up on a championship core, they executed a heist. So insane, so lopsided, it literally broke the NBA's trade machine logic. 8 players, 13 first-round picks, one franchise obliterated. But here's what the media isn't telling you. Here's what ESPN is too scared to say out loud.
Really, in the run-up to this deal, you mentioned all those first-round picks. That's 7 now from this trade for Jackson and Desmond Bane.
You don't collect 13 draft picks when you have a 26-year-old superstar in his prime. You collect 13 draft picks when you're planning his funeral. Today we're going inside the war room. We're exposing the greatest robbery in NBA history. And we're answering the one question that's about to break the internet. Did Memphis just sacrifice Ja Morant to save themselves?
Morant, first to speed, and Jack hammers it down. Oh, Morant. Largest lead for Phoenix. Meanwhile, Morant has 9 of Memphis' 16.
Let's examine the crime scene. Memphis sent out Jaren Jackson Jr., Defensive Player of the Year.
Action on that time, able to rotate over.
John Conchar, their glue guy. Jock Landale, their backup center. Vince Williams Jr., their enforcer. 4 players, 4 pieces of a playoff team. And what did they get back? What was the haul that made this all worth it? Walter Clayton Jr., a rookie averaging 8 points in the G League.
Walter Clayton Jr. will stop and pop.
We've seen tonight the Jazz are kind of turning the ball over and unable to figure out Portland's offense, but Walter Clayton Jr.
Taylor Hendricks, a project forward who can't shoot. Kyle Anderson, a 31-year-old role player on his last legs. Georges Niang, a guy you forgot existed until just now. If you're a casual fan, you're thinking, this is the worst trade in NBA history, but you're wrong. Because buried in this deal, hidden beneath the garbage, is the golden trio of assets. Number 1, multiple future first-rounders from Utah, including pick swaps through 2031. That's 5 years of control over Utah's future. Number 2, the Pelicans' 2029 unprotected first, originally from the Lakers. And here's why that's nuclear. By 2029, LeBron James will be 44 years old.
Back the other way, 3-on-1, LeBron taking flight. Oh, set it with his chest. Timeout.
Anthony Davis will be 36 and held together with duct tape.
Statistically in this game for Dallas.
Here's Anthony Davis running the floor. That was really well executed.
That pick, top 5 guaranteed. Number 3, the most favorable of the Jazz, Cavaliers, and Timberwolves 2027 picks. Translation, Memphis gets to choose which team fails the hardest. Utah thinks they just bought a championship. They think Jaren Jackson Jr. and Lowry Markkanen are going to win them a ring. But Memphis is betting on something darker, something smarter. They're betting that Utah fails, that the Lakers collapse, that the Pelicans implode. This isn't a trade, this is a time-traveling heist. And Memphis just became the richest team in the NBA without winning a single game. But the picks, they're just the beginning. Because what Memphis really created, what they weaponized, is something the NBA has never seen before. Welcome to the 2026 Draconian Luxury Tax, the CBA designed to murder super teams. The rule that says, if you pay 3 stars, you can't afford anyone else. If Memphis kept Jaren Jackson Jr., they'd be paying $4 for every $1 over the tax line. That's $200 million in penalties for a team that's 19 to 29.
Instead of trying to trade Ja for as much value as they can, which frankly, there's not as much value for Ja. That's why Bane and Jackson have been traded first. They now, executives believe, can take on salary because they've...
Memphis doesn't have Silicon Valley money. They don't have Hollywood money. They don't have oil tycoon money. They have FedEx money. And FedEx just looked at that tax bill and said, we're out. So Memphis did something genius, something ruthless. By shipping out Jackson's $35 million salary, they created a $28.8 million trade exception, one of the largest in NBA history. Think of this as a loaded gun. While every other team in the league is drowning in luxury tax penalties, Memphis can absorb any massive contract without sending out matching salary. They can poach a disgruntled star. They can weaponize a bad contract. They can do whatever they want.
They can sort of use Ja as a trade piece to balance out salary, take back bad money, and receive assets for that. So
Memphis now has 13 first-round picks, tied with OKC for the most in the NBA. They have $60 million in cap space. They have a $28.8 million trade exception. They are no longer a basketball team, they're a hedge fund with a mascot.
I think they can have sort of fresh discussions with Ja Morant in trade negotiations, and that's, I think, why they did Jaren Jackson first.
But there's one problem, one massive problem they didn't account for. They forgot to tell their franchise player. February 4th, 2026, 9:15 a.m., 4 hours ago. The Miami Heat have emerged as frontrunners to acquire Ja Morant. Sources say the Grizzlies have dramatically lowered their asking price in the last 12 hours. Let that sink in.
He's informed the necessary Bucks officials that he believes the time has come now for both of these sides.
12 hours. 12 hours after trading his best friend for lottery tickets. Memphis is already shopping Ja Morant like a clearance item. 2 days ago, they wanted 4 first-round picks and an all-star. Today, they'll take 2 picks and Tyler Herro. You know what that means? That means Memphis panicked. That means they know Ja is furious. That means they're trying to move him before he demands out publicly. The rumor in the NBA circles, the whisper that's spreading like wildfire, is that Ja was blindsided.
This is new to him. I do think we're in a little bit of uncharted territory from Ja Morant's perspective. He does not have an agent. His uncle Phil is his advisor.
He found out about the JJJ trade on Twitter. The face of the franchise, the guy who said, I want to retire here, the guy who bled for Memphis. He found out his co-star was gone, the same way you did. And now he's watching Memphis collect 13 draft picks. Now he's watching them plan for 2027, 28, 29. And now he's realizing they're not building around him, they're building after him.
If anybody in here knows me, I'm a very loyal guy. I got a logo on my back, so that should tell you exactly where I live.
Enter the Miami Heat. Pat Riley, championship culture, South Beach. And after today's moves, cap space. If Ja goes to Miami, he joins Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. That's an instant finals contender. That's a revenge tour. That's Ja Morant proving Memphis made the biggest mistake in franchise history. But for Memphis, they're left with Walter Clayton Jr. and a prayer that 13 draft picks turn into something better than what they already had. They're betting on teenagers who haven't been drafted yet over a 26-year-old superstar in his prime. This isn't a rebuild, this is betrayal. So, let's answer the question that's burning through the NBA right now. Did Memphis just pull off the smartest move in history? Or did they just kill their own franchise?
So, because, as you mentioned, they got 7 first-round picks for Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson, as I talked to executives around the league, they think that this changes what they can expect back in a Ja Morant trade.
History says asset hoarding works. OKC turned their picks into Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren. They're now a championship contender. But history also says it can fail. Philadelphia turned the process into perpetual disappointment. Memphis is betting on the unknown. They're betting that 13 lottery tickets will hit the jackpot. They're betting that in 2027, 2028, 2029, they'll draft the next Giannis, the next Jokic, the next Ja Morant. But draft picks don't suit up. Draft picks don't sell jerseys, and draft picks don't replace the most electric player in franchise history.
Is blocking everything in sight. Get that shot out of here! You cannot get a shot off with that guy nearby.
Jaren Jackson just posterized Anthony Davis.
In 2026, everyone wants to win now, but the Grizzlies are the only team brave enough or crazy enough to admit that winning now is impossible. They just traded their present for a guaranteed future. But here's what they didn't calculate. Here's what they forgot. Ja Morant has a memory, and if he ends up in Miami holding a championship trophy wearing a Heat jersey, Memphis will spend the next decade wondering, what if we had just kept him? All right, I need to hear from you right now. Are you taking the 13 picks, or are you staying with Ja and JJJ? If you want to see Ja in a Heat jersey, if you want to see him get his revenge, type South Beach in the comments right now. If you think Memphis just stabbed their franchise player in the back, if you think this is the biggest mistake in NBA history, type betrayal. I'm reading every single comment. And listen, don't go anywhere, because what I'm about to show you next is going to blow your mind. The trade deadline is tomorrow, and the rumors coming out of Miami, they're not just about Ja. They're about a 3-team mega deal that could reshape the entire Eastern Conference.
48 hours from the trade deadline, which ends at 3 Eastern time on Thursday. Already breaking news, a little over an hour ago, breaking news on a trade. Shams, what do you have?
That video drops in 24 hours. You're not going to want to miss it. The NBA just broke, and we're just getting started.